Money and happiness don't always go hand in hand. It's easier to see the idea that fame and money bring happiness as a dubious project when we look at how many celebrities have experienced depression or other lows. Imo Puig knows all about the fact that money and happiness don't always go hand in hand. She has a degree in clinical psychology and is a lecturer in the HR department at IESE Business School. But her way to fame is that she has managed the egos of FC Barcelona's footballers for the past 15 years. She has something pretty interesting to say about it. Despite their handsome monthly salary, they go through the same ups and downs as the rest of US, she says. Money and happiness don't always go hand in hand. In her daily work with players like Iniesta, Messi and Suarez, she has been surrounded by people who earn in a year what the rest of us could earn in a lifetime. She has discovered that our bank account does not help us when we have to manage our emotional life. In order to see how much is going on for people in their relationships, you have to know them. That work can be like climbing a mountain. There are two paths, a long easy one, and a shorter but more difficult path. Jealousy, envy, anger and sadness affect both the rich and the poor. We need to understand personal relationships, emotional control and progress if we want to be able to figure this out. I wish everyone could be rich and famous and have everything they dream of, only to find that it can't give them the answer. Jim Carrey. Money and happiness don't always go hand in hand. We live in a society where there may be too many people who always make it awesome. We love to project an artificial image of ourselves that defies all emotional logic. It is virtually impossible for us to be amazingly successful in money, health, beauty and love at the same time. Fake happiness is the saddest thing there is. The link between money and happiness is often a myth. Many people go to therapy because they still feel sad even when everything is going well for them. They feel an emptiness in their life, and they don't know why, what it stems from. Many of these people do not even realize that sadness is a part of our lives. It has survived evolution for centuries because it has an important job. On the other hand, there are people who do not have a perfect life by other people's standards. They also do not have as thick a bank book as others, but they don't feel the emptiness that others talk about. There is no one on earth, no matter how much money they have, who can be happy all the time and completely free of problems. Often it is quite the opposite. The more money you have, the more problems you have. From this mindset, real success is when you achieve what you really want, while happiness consists of wanting what we want to achieve. Again, the link between money and happiness is a truly tenuous one. Happiness is found somewhere between having too little and having too much, sometimes between scarcity and abundance. Emotions cannot understand numbers in an account. Emotions are not linked together with our bank account. Now don't think that having a bit of money in the bank can't help. But the truth is that most people would choose love over money at any time as long as our basic needs are met, money and happiness. Mostly it is about money or happiness in most cases. There are people who always seem to live on the crest of the wave. We admire these successful people, but they go through the same difficulties as the rest of us without the same success in life. They also experience losing people they care about and the like. Successful people can also be sad, lonely, discouraged or depressed. We cannot link our emotions to our bank account, just as we also cannot link money and happiness together. You only have to look at people who have made great fortunes to see that money does not protect anyone from psychological or friendship problems. In fact, the number of celebrities who have major problems is very high. It's easier to see the idea that fame and money bring happiness as a dubious project when we look at how many celebrities have experienced depression or other lows. From that perspective, a bank account the rest of us can only dream of doesn't mean they have balance in their emotions. In many cases it is quite the opposite, total emotional instability. As we can clearly see, our emotions are not linked to our bank accounts. The idea that money, fame and power make us happy is very far from reality.